Let's be honest about what happened last night. You were lying in bed, staring at the ceiling, and you felt it. That surge of electricity. That crystal clear vision of your future. You mapped out exactly what you needed to do. You were going to write that book. You were going to launch that business. You were going to get fit. You felt unstoppable. You told yourself, tomorrow is the day. Tomorrow, everything changes. And then, tomorrow came. The alarm went off. The sun came up. And that electricity? Gone. Evaporated. Instead of jumping out of bed to conquer the world, you hit snooze. Instead of working on your life's work, you spent 2 hours scrolling through social media, watching other people live the life you imagined. You sat at your desk, opened the document, and nothing. You cleaned your room. You organized your files. You made coffee. You did everything except the one thing that actually matters. And now, as the day ends, you feel that heavy, sinking weight in your chest. It's not just tiredness, it is guilt. It is a specific kind of self-loathing that only ambitious people feel. You look in the mirror and you think, what is wrong with me? Why am I so lazy? Why can't I just do it? Here is the truth that might save your sanity. You are not lazy. Lazy people don't obsess about their goals. Lazy people are content with doing nothing. They enjoy the leisure. You are not enjoying this. You are stressed. You are anxious. You are paralyzed. You are not relaxing when you procrastinate. You are suffering. What you are experiencing isn't laziness. It is a biological short circuit. It is a conflict between two ancient parts of your brain that are fighting for the steering wheel of your life. One part wants to build an empire. The other part is terrified you'll get hurt if you try. You are not broken. You are a high-performance sports car with the parking brake pulled all the way up. The engine is roaring. The wheels are spinning. There is smoke everywhere, but you aren't moving, and you are burning out your engine without going a single inch. Welcome to the psychology of the lazy ambitious. Let's release the brake. To understand why you are stuck, we have to look under the hood of your brain. We need to talk about the dopamine trap and the amygdala hijack. First, let's look at type 1, the dreamer. This is the part of you that loves the idea of the goal. When you imagine writing that book, your brain releases dopamine. It feels good. It feels real. Neuroscience tells us that the brain has trouble distinguishing between a vivid visualization and reality. So, when you spend hours making the perfect color-coded schedule or researching the best camera gear for your YouTube channel, you are getting the chemical reward of achievement without the pain of action. You are addicted to the potential. Planning is safe. Doing is dangerous. This brings us to type 2, the perfectionist protector. This is where the ambition turns toxic. You have such high standards that the task in front of you feels like a mountain. You look at that blank page, and you don't just see a page. You see a test of your worth as a human being. Your amygdala, the ancient alarm system in your brain, scans this situation. It sees high stakes. It sees uncertainty. It sees possibility of failure. To your amygdala, failure isn't just a mistake. It is a threat to your survival. It is rejection from the tribe. So, it slams on the emergency brakes. This is the freeze response. Most people know fight or flight. But when a threat is too big to fight and too close to outrun, you freeze. That is what you are doing on the couch. You aren't lazy. You are terrified. You are in a state of high arousal. Your heart rate is actually elevated. Your cortisol is spiking. You are expending massive amounts of energy just to hold yourself still. This explains the exhaustion. Have you noticed how tired you are after a day of doing absolutely nothing? That is decision fatigue combined with active inhibition. You are fighting a war inside your own head. One part screams go, the other screams stop. And here is the cruelest part of the mechanism. To escape the anxiety of not working, you reach for a pacifier. You grab your phone. You open a game. You watch a video. This isn't for fun. This is mood repair. You are using cheap dopamine to numb the pain of your own ambition, but the relief is temporary. As soon as you put the phone down, the reality rushes back in. The mountain is still there. The time is gone. And now, you have a new enemy. Shame. Shame is the heaviest weight of all. It reinforces the cycle. You tell yourself, I didn't work today, so I'm worthless. If you believe you are worthless, why would you try tomorrow? You have built a cage out of your own high expectations. You think you need more motivation. You think if you just watch one more inspirational video, you will finally have the energy to break through. But motivation is not the problem. You have plenty of motivation. That's why you are in pain. You don't need a push. You need to cut the brake lines. Here is the plot twist that changes everything. That all-or-nothing mentality, that refusal to do things unless they are perfect, that paralyzing fear, it is not a curse. It is a dormant superpower. You are not designed for mediocrity. You are not designed for slow, steady, boring maintenance. You are a biological machine built for high-impact sprints. Think about how you function when the deadline is actually 1 hour away. Or when you finally break the seal and start working. What happens? You vanish. The world disappears. You forget to eat. You forget to pee. You enter a state of pure, unadulterated hyperfocus. Your fingers fly across the keyboard. You connect ideas that other people can't even see. In that zone, you are not lazy. You are a god. You can do in 4 hours what consistent people take 4 days to accomplish. Your brain isn't refusing to work because it's weak. It is refusing to work because it is energy efficient. It is saving its massive reserves for the hunt. You are like a lion. A lion sleeps 20 hours a day. It looks lazy. It looks bored. But when it sees the prey, it explodes with an intensity that is terrifying. You are not a cow grazing in the field, chewing grass all day long. Stop trying to act like a cow. Stop trying to force yourself into a routine that was built for people with lower bandwidth than you. Your laziness is actually incubation. While you are lying on that bed staring at the ceiling, your subconscious is running simulations. You are connecting dots. You are building the structure in your mind so that when you do move, you don't waste a single step. The pain you feel isn't because you are failing. The pain is the stored potential energy pushing against your skin. It is the engine revving in neutral. The vibration is shaking the whole car. You don't need to fix yourself. You don't need to become a robot who wakes up at 5 a.m. and loves spreadsheets. You just need to learn how to put the car in gear without stripping the transmission. You possess the gift of intensity. Most people will never know what it feels like to care this much. Most people will never have a vision as clear as yours. The cost of that vision is the fear of ruining it. That is a price worth paying. But now, it is time to stop paying and start collecting. So, how do we release the parking brake? How do you get this high-performance engine to actually move the wheels? You have to stop trying to go from 0 to 100 miles an hour. That is what kills you. You look at the finish line, and the gap scares you into paralysis. You need to lower the bar. Lower it until it is on the floor. Lower it until it feels ridiculous. Your brain is afraid of the big task. So, lie to your brain. Don't say, I'm going to write a chapter. Say, I am going to open the laptop and write one terrible sentence. Don't say, I'm going to work out for an hour. Say, I am going to put on my shoes. This is the secret of the micro step. When you make the task stupidly small, you bypass the amygdala. The alarm doesn't ring because the threat is too small to notice. But once you write that one terrible sentence, the physics of your mind changes. You are no longer static. You are in motion. Newton's first law. An object in motion stays in motion. Once you start, the dopamine hits. The fear fades. The hyperfocus kicks in. You will write 10 pages. You will work out for an hour, but you have to trick the guard at the gate to get inside. And finally, you must make a peace treaty with your own work. Give yourself permission to be bad. Your perfectionism is just a mask for insecurity. It is better to have a flawed project in the world than a perfect idea in your grave. Aim for B- work. Surprisingly, your B- work is usually better than most people's A+ work. Stop waiting for the lightning bolt. Stop waiting to feel ready. The feeling of ready is a lie. It never comes. The only way to feel ready is to look back at what you have already done. You are not lazy. You are just waiting for a signal that isn't coming. You are the signal. Be kind to yourself. You have been fighting a war in your head for a long time. It is okay to be tired. But tomorrow, don't try to be a hero. Just be a person who puts on their shoes. Remember, You are not broken. You are just a masterpiece still in the packaging. Tear it open.